Hello, Facebook. It's been a long time that I haven't been doing a live, and today I'm very honored to be with a friend of mine, which is Claudia Zappia. Hi,
hello.
Claudia.
Hi.
And we thought to do a live video. There are some stories that inspire me a lot, and this is one of the examples. She has she's a powerful woman. She's a very powerful woman, and she has some condition. She has a rare chronic disease, and she will talk a little bit about it. But the inspiring side of it is when I see people having some conditions and still they can own it and get the strength from it in order to create a cause or to find their purpose, to create a movement and help other people in similar conditions, that is amazing. And that's why she's a very powerful woman, and I'm honored to do this live with her, so I can be a little bit of help in making echo of it. So, Claudia, maybe it's better if you explain what is exactly the chronic disease that you have, and also I believe it will make us, a lot of us think that sometimes we are worried about many simple things.
Yeah.
With all respect, there are things that are, every experience deserve their respect, but also when we see things like, wow, this person is going through something,
This will make you think, just as Clara said.
Yeah,
definitely.
I believe so. Yeah.
I hope so.
So if you can, Claudia, share a little bit to your audience, my audience. What is it? What is what is happening? What is your disease?
So in simplest terms, it's a connective tissue disorder, and it's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but that's just the guys that named it. So everyone refers to it as EDS. You can Google EDS, and that's how things might pop up. It's a genetic disease. It's something that you're born with. You can't contract it off somebody. You can't grow it once you're born. That's it. You're born with it. It can be passed on if you have a child. I am a strange case. I'm the only one in my family that has it, to my knowledge, and I'm happy that my parents and my brother are healthy. I wouldn't want anyone to suffer. But it's a strange illness because it is, like I said, connective tissue, and our whole bodies are made of tissue from head to toe, from our outside features to our internal organs. So if you have EDS, it literally affects every cell of your body, and it's a progressive disease, and it gets worse with age, and it's a really hard disease to diagnose. It's not very well known within the medical community. Not just in Australia, even in US, UK, it's still very much no one really knows much about it, and especially nobody can give us any really great, useful information on how to manage this disease that has no cure. Hopefully one day, but as of now it doesn't. And that's the main struggle. How do you live with a chronic illness?
And when you were sharing to us before that the problem comes not only having a disease that has not been being discovered a lot.
Yeah,
it has
rare.
been discovered, but it's very rare. So you are given a lot of medication.
Yeah.
And that has got to a point that it's a problem.
Yeah. So with that, one of the main symptoms of EDS is fibromyalgia, which is a really fancy name for widespread body pain, intense body pain, 24/7, but we don't know why you have it. So doctors thought, let's just make a fancy name for it so it sounds like we do know that we're doing something. And in order for to treat fibromyalgia, my intense pain, I have been now for over a decade been given prescription medication painkillers. The problem with that is that it doesn't help the source of my pain or my EDS. It merely masks the pain. And you get tolerant. And I found throughout the years that I would go up in dosage, then up in category. So you start down here and, all the way up to OxyContin, which is pretty much heroin, but medical opiate. Getting to points where the amount I needed to take would be lethal. The amount I would take could kill me, mix along with a whole other bunch of medicines. Because, when you're given a medication, and this is for every disease, not just EDS or every other things I have, they give it to you, and then you are told about the side effects. That's not a side effect. There are no side effects of medication, Clara, and that's what's important for people to know. They're effects. This is what these meds do. It's not a side effect. It's what they do. They just, they like to label it side effects in hopes that you don't feel that and you just feel the good part. But that's not the way it works. You feel the bad part. You feel all of it. And from one medication, you need another medication to help you with what this medication created, and then it just goes on and on and on.
To say it in a simplest way is that you are taking a lot of drugs.
Lots of drugs,
and that is the problem. Now, what you are actually, your purpose in this, because you are suffering from this. There is a lot of people that are suffering maybe as well from this rare disease, or maybe
just fibromyalgia in general, like being in constant pain.
Exactly. Now, what could be a solution, and also why is the purpose to do this, to create that awareness in people that can also do something about it?
Well, through my years of trying to find something that can help me not feel my pain as much, but also function at the same time and not cause pain, there's been nothing but only the hope of cannabis oil, medicinal cannabis oil, which for years, centuries, the Chinese back before, civilizations ago, would use this natural substance to help people with pain. And there's a lot of great medicinal uses for medicinal cannabis. And the great thing is you don't feel sedated or high, and it doesn't ruin your body. It makes you healthier and stronger. I have been denied access to medicinal cannabis along with many other people around the world. And instead, I am being given opiates, which some of my drugs have similarities to heroin, speed, acid, cocaine, things that are illegal. Pain specialists, and I'm sure there's some exceptions, but I would say most doctors and people involved in the pharmaceutical and health industry are basically, they're drug dealers in a suit, and they don't go to jail, they actually get paid. And they have now turned me into a junkie. I am physically addicted. I am on ketamine. Ketamine is a horse tranquilizer. Ketamine is something that's used in hospital as an anesthetic if you're going for a minor surgery, or after you've had a surgery, or you've come in an ambulance after a crash and you're in a lot of pain. Ketamine will sedate you and mask that pain. Now I have to take ketamine along with all my other opiates and other things daily, and I'm expected to function normally, when ketamine, it doesn't, everything's crossed. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of, I live in a cloud, living in a cloud. And the saddest part is that I didn't want this. I mean, nobody ever wants this. But nobody that prescribed these scripts over the years told me the ramifications, or how bad the addiction, the tolerance, and the effects truly are going to be. And I've gotten to a point now that I'm dying, and I've known it for a long time. It's just inevitable. Nobody can live on this stuff. This is what you give people in palliative care to make their last few weeks, days comfortable. And your body can't handle it. So I'd be here forever to tell you everything I've taken and everything I experienced. So I'll be doing more videos on specific, experiences and particular topics about EDS, fibromyalgia, and health system in general. But I now have to, after a long time researching, calling up a lot of places within Australia and around the world, have to go overseas to an expensive rehabilitation facility who have taken a gamble on me. They've really done their research and thought about it, but are willing to take me on a completely complex case, and they're gonna detox me. That's the plan, is to try to detox me off these killer toxic opiates that are legal, by the way, legally obtainable. If people that don't know what ketamine is, if you're partying, it's known as Special K on the street. It trips you, hallucinations, it's messed up, it's really bad. And I am going to go overseas and hopefully detox, which I've been through withdrawals before, and it's the most horrifying pain experience. I can't even explain it, it's hell. But I'm going to have to go through that now.
Yeah, now I want to, there's a big thing that I see this is your movement, and I love when people can really take whatever experience they have been through. That is going to be my purpose now. That is I can use my strength from the experience and help people that are in similar situation. So you want to create that awareness around, we need people like you need medicinal cannabis oil. Yeah. And hopefully it's getting more. We are aware that it's slowly getting more and more accepted. But if we can make a call out there and say, people really need it, so they can detox from from drugs that are actually not good for them. And
to not even be put on them in the first place. If we could be offered, if people could be offered, the oil for their epilepsy or pain, and never have to take these actual toxic pharmaceutical drugs, we've got such more better chance of having a long life with not so many troubles. I spend 85% of my life in bed, depressed, because I don't have a life. I don't live, I exist, but I refuse to only exist. I have a purpose. I was born to entertain and bring joy into people's lives. It's in me. I've loved it. I've sung since I was a little kid, and I haven't been able to do so much over the years because I've been so sick and on these drugs and things. But I'm going to fight as hard as I can when I go overseas to the cabin. That's the place, and you should look it up. It's a great facility. I'm going to go there. I have to be there for 90 days at the least. Might be longer. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to continue to advocate for people that live with invisible illnesses. Look at me. I don't look sick. You couldn't tell by looking at me. You might think I'm a bit crazy with the hair, but I've done that because, I'm over it. It's like we live once, and this is I got to get...
exactly. Now, Claudia, what can you say? What can you say to people that are in similar situations?
Right.
Because you have been hopeless, but now you are hopeful. So what can you say to people that are hopeless to be hopeful again?
Don't accept everything one doctor will tell you, or even 10. If it's if they're just pushing you a prescription and saying that's pretty much it, look beyond that. Listen to your gut. Your body knows. My body has always known that there's been something wrong, and I have had doctor after doctor say it's growing pains, it can't be as bad as you think, or maybe you just need to exercise more. You know your body more.
Have you read Jimmy Pritch is your friend?
Yeah, hey Jimmy.
Your mind is stronger than any drug or addiction. Tell your body to stop.
Well, okay, Jimmy, I get what you're saying. Your mind is stronger. Tell your body to stop. Simple, but it's not simple, actually. If you are on the amount of drugs that I've been put on for over a decade, and we're talking ketamine, which is the highest legally prescribed medication for pain relief. If I was to just stop taking my meds, I would go into shock and die. I'd drop dead right then and there. It's not an easy process, Jimmy, and believe me, I have through the years tried to lower my opiates, and I have done so through ketamine infusions that was slightly helpful, but being on ketamine daily is not. I am here because you are right, Jimmy, my mind is strong. Most people who have been living the pain I do and have gone through what I have, most probably would have been dead by now. The good doctors in my life are surprised and shocked that I am still living and breathing because of the amount I've had to endure. But that luck is going to run out. One day, I might go to bed and never wake up again. And that's what will happen if I don't safely detox. And that's been the hardest part, finding somewhere that will help me safely detox and then help me manage my pain. Because when I'm off these drugs, I'm still going to have this horrific pain from my disease, as well as all these other symptoms, which I'm happy to talk about in another video because it's too many to list.
Yes, exactly.
EDS creates a lot of issues.
Yes, I think you have already shared, what is your call that you want people to be aware that cannabis oil can help a lot of people like you.
Yeah.
And also, I think this is the inspiring side of it, I think, is you have taken this experience you have as taking the strength to help other people, to create a movement that are going to help people like you. And we look forward to see your journey, and of course never lose the hope. I agree, your mind is very strong, you already know that, and of course with all the respect to what you are going through, because it's very disrespectful.
I'm terrified to go to this. It's going to be hard.
You're going to be fine.
But I'm going to do it. As scared as I am, I'm going to do it.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yes. And take this to create all the power to help a lot of people and inspire a lot of people. Okay?
Can we leave it with just 3 important notes?
Yes.
Number 1, don't judge somebody by their appearance. I live with an invisible illness, so if you've got a friend, family member, co-worker that say they're in pain or not feeling right and they look okay, don't just assume. You never know what someone's feeling in the inside, okay?
Good one, yeah.
Number 2, if you are in pain or you've suffered an injury and you are offered opiates, if you have to take them for as little amount of time as possible and try to seek alternative ways of managing your pain, because they are highly addictive and they are the hardest to come off, and they are the worst withdrawal symptoms out of all the drugs. And thirdly, please, if you ever have an opportunity to support or advocate for the legalization of medicinal cannabis oil to make it more accessible to more people who genuinely need it, support that, okay? Because I am not a patient to this health system. I'm a number, and they make a hell of a lot of money off me with my ketamine and my hospitalizations. I think it's time that we stop that and start helping, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try my best.
Absolutely. I believe in you.
Yeah. That's what I want people to take from this.
Great. So, thank you.
Thank you, Clara, for having me. And doing this, it means a lot.
It's a pleasure. I hope, I know that this is your movement and you just need to take it. Get all the strength. Thank you so much, everyone, for being there.
Bye.
And we look forward to seeing your journey.
Yeah, I will definitely keep updated. Try my best.
You will do very fine.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Thanks so much, Clara.
Bye. See ya, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.